And now to our second major story. Congolese civil society coalition has drawn up its own electoral calendar, urging the electoral authorities to set up dates in order to get the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, out of the crisis arising from President Joseph Kabila's stay in power. According to the timetable presented at a press conference, the presidential election would take place on the 31st of December, with voter registration scheduled for the 1st of October 2017 and an electoral campaign from the 1st of December to the 30th. The groups called on the Electoral Commission to remove the uncertainties surrounding the holding of the elections to end the DRC's political crisis.
In a report published in August, the civil society platform denounced the application of the deal as catastrophic and said that President Kabila was looking for ways to cling to power. The report recommended that the Electoral Commission publish an electoral schedule. Congolese authority recently promised to publish what they termed a realistic electoral timetable after having registered more than 40 million voters, about 90.9% of the electorate.
Dans la région troublée du Kasaï. Nous sommes en ligne à présent pour explorer.
To give us more insight on this, we have Abraham Jamba, the coordinator of the platform, who is also a civil society activist.
À Kinshasa, la capitale congolaise.
From Kinshasa,
Monsieur Jamba, bonjour. La société civile dont vous faites
Hello,
partie.
Mr. Jamba. Now, Congo Civil Society proposed its own election timetable. What is your aim? We propose this timetable so that those involved will take into account the fact that we are moving towards the deadline and the criticisms that are foreseen in the legal process, so that we can take measures to follow up.
Monsieur Jamba, êtes-vous persuadé?
Do you think the government will heed to your call?
Par le pouvoir?
We are not just addressing the government. We are addressing all the parties involved. It is a question that concerns all the stakeholders. Therefore, they must come together so that we can find a solution. It is hard to imagine that there will be no election before December 31st.
Alors justement, le camp présidentiel
Are the conditions
martèle depuis plusieurs mois
met to organize the presidential elections before the end of the year?
Les conditions sont réunies pour organiser l'élection présidentielle avant la fin de l'année.
I think these are the challenges that we are facing. Due to political parties dragging their feet, they have led us to the situation we are in. Because how can you think that we can organize or imagine that we can organize or manage an electoral process outside the legal framework? The legal framework in place today clearly defines the deadlines. And when the electoral body proposed the identification and registration of voters, it had a timetable. It's difficult to imagine that the electoral body came up with an election program without having any thought of a time frame.
Parce qu'on ne peut pas s'imaginer que la CENI ait tiré donc ces séquences ou ce chronogramme suivi d'intégration des élections sans qu'elle ait eu un scénario de calendrier.
Une dernière question, Monsieur Abraham Jamba.
Finally, is the withdrawal of President Joseph Kabila from the presidential race part of your demands?
Partie de vos revendications?
No, il ne s'agit pas de nous.
No, it's not about us, but about the contents of the agreement. It's not with the civil society who dictate this, but the rules are laid down by the law, the Constitution, and the 31st December agreement. We are not targeting a particular individual, but we want to ensure that the law is respected.
Un individu en particulier, mais nous tenons à ce que près de cette